You can handle an entire outage, spotting it, investigating it, recording what you found, and telling your customers without leaving the chat window. UptimeRobot's MCP integration connects any AI assistant directly to your UptimeRobot account, so monitors, incidents, and status pages all become things you ask for in plain language. I covered setting that up in an earlier video linked below. If you haven't done it yet, it's one URL mcp.uptimerobot.com/mcp. Add it as a custom connector and it works in Cloud, ChatGPT, or anything else that supports MCP. In this video, I'm going to show you how to handle one outage start to finish. Let's start. Finding out what's wrong. Start with a question you actually have at 2 in the morning. Are there any active incidents right now? Not show me a dashboard, just a question, and you get an answer from your real account which monitors are affected, when each one started. Here is where conversation earns its place. You don't know your next question until you've seen the answer, and now you do. Type get full details for the latest incident on that monitor at the monitor that most concerns you. You get the timeline, the cause, how long it ran. If you want the shape of the problem rather than one instance, ask show me response times for that monitor over the last 24 hours. 3 questions, each one built on the last, none of them planned in advance. That's the thing a script can't do. Recording what you found. Incidents in UptimeRobot can carry comments, a written record attached to the incident itself, and let's do that. Type something like, root cause looks like a timeout on the upstream payment provider. Note our checkout service, rolling back the last deploy. Make sure to specify the incident. In my case, this is just a demo project, so the incident doesn't exactly match the message. In your case, make sure to add something suitable and informative. When someone asks next week what happened, the answer is on the incident rather than in somebody's memory. If you have any doubts, you can always check the comments on the UptimeRobot. And when things move, you can do update my last comment on that incident to say the rollback is complete and response times are back to normal. Note the phrasing my last comment. You don't need an incident ID or a comment ID, which is something that you would need if you were using our CLI. The assistant has the context from the last few questions, which is exactly the thing that makes this faster than clicking. And since I mentioned the CLI, if you're not familiar, UptimeRobot recently released its own CLI. I'll leave in the description some relevant sources. Telling your customers. This is the bit where an assistant does something a command line genuinely cannot. Writing a status page update is not a technical problem, it's a writing problem under time pressure in front of your customers at the exact moment your attention is somewhere else entirely. So don't try it. Describe the situation and let the assistant draft it from the incident data it already has. Draft a status page announcement for this incident. Keep it factual. No speculation about cause and tell people what to expect next. Read it. Change what you want, then publish it. Post that on the My Awesome Project status page and pin it to the top. Pinned means it sits above anything else on the page, so the person who lands there mid-outage sees it first rather than scrolling. That's live for real customers from the same conversation where you diagnose the problem. Closing it out. When it's fixed, the same conversation closes the loop. You can do update that announcement to say the issue is resolved and services are operating normally and unpin it. And if you're heading into planned work rather than an outage, maintenance windows are here too, like schedule a maintenance window for the checkout monitor this Saturday from 2 to 4 a.m. That one needs a plan that includes maintenance windows. What it won't do. 4 things worth knowing before you rely on this. Nothing can be deleted through an MCP. You can create, update, pause, and resume, but deleting a monitor, a group, a window, or a status page has to happen in the dashboard. That's deliberate. An assistant that can delete your monitoring on a misread sentence is not a feature. Some of what I showed depends on your plan. Monitor groups, maintenance windows, and incident comments all need a plan that includes them. Ask for one you don't have and it tells you rather than failing silently. Requests share your API rate limits. MCP calls and direct API calls draw from the same quota in a rolling 60-second window, and the size depends on your plan. If you push past it, you get a rate limit error and you wait a minute. And one thing to know about access: there is currently no screening in the dashboard to review or revoke an individual AI client's auth connection. If you need one removed, you contact support. Worth knowing before you connect an assistant you don't control. Which service? When? One question I get: there is also a command line too. So which one? Reach for the assistant when you're figuring something out, when you don't know your next question yet, or when the output is prose someone will read. Reach for the CLI when you know exactly what you want and you will want it again the same way next week, in a script or a deploy pipeline. Investigating an outage is a conversation. Creating 40 monitors from a spreadsheet is not. That's one outage handled end-to-end. Found, investigated, recorded in the incident, communicated to customers, and closed out, all in plain language against the real account. The full list of what MCP can do and the setup guide, if you haven't connected yet, are linked below. Thanks for watching and happy monitoring.